know, or I haven't done this in a while, and it's really interesting. Welcome to my little crafty space. It's definitely a mess, and it definitely needs some cleaning, but I feel like this is just a reflection of a lot of my brain. And so maybe if I clean this, it could reflect my brain a little bit more. I think the reason why I'm making this, and I don't even know if I'm going to post this, but it's because I've been thinking a lot about what what am I going to do with this area? And it's not like I've really done too much with it. I haven't really done anything within a year's time. That's a long time, and I've been contemplating it a lot and sitting with it and being like, what am I supposed to do? And so the big question is really like, where do I go next? I've, what do you call it, like positioned this channel, or a lot of my videos have been really design related, but in some ways I feel like I want to step back from that and move away from that. Maybe that's something I can talk about a little bit more. It's not that I'm not doing design anymore. I'm still a product designer by day, but I just feel like I've had a shift in the way that I approach my job, my career, how I think about it, and just like generally who I am, my, thinking about my identity, and like what are the things that I like would like to talk about or like to create or like to share. And it's not necessarily always design, and right now it hasn't really been designed in a very long time, honestly. So to be honest, if you've joined and are watching this because of design reasons, well, you may not be able to see that a lot in the next coming futures. And it's not like I want to say it's completely like out of scope, but it's not necessarily in scope at the moment. I think the biggest thing that I am realizing is that it's okay to not be boxed into something. And at the end of the day, like, it's up to me to decide on what's the kind of story that I want to tell. And right now, that's not the kind of story I want to tell. So, yeah, I mean, I've put up a few things around like spoons, hand carving things. Greenwood hand carving has been actually a very big part of my life in the last like 2 years. And it's something that I hold very close to me and something that I do want to share, but I have like a weird thing of like sharing it. So, and I'm quote unquote kind of scared of like, if I just go all into spoons and hand carving, does that like put me in another box? And so that's like a hesitation of mine, but I have to remind myself that I literally just said maybe like 20 seconds ago that at the end of the day, it depends on what story I want to tell. And I think the main story that I really want to tell is just like me making stuff and figuring out how to make stuff, whether that is in like a digital format, physical format. I don't know. There's a lot. And sometimes it doesn't have to be about making stuff. It could just be about something that I think is interesting. I think I live in a lot of rules or boxes and like to really compartmentalize things. And this is why this is really hard for me, because like I would like to very much compartmentalize this thing, but like I can't. It just but like I don't want to, but it's really hard for me to not to. There's a lot of back and forth in my mind that's happening. So yeah, I don't really know where that puts me, but I think this is the first step to just at least acknowledging that, recognizing it, and seeing where I can go and move forward from this. So, yeah, just in general, though, I don't know if you can see, or I guess you could. It is a mess, but there's a lot of spoons. This is not a spoon, though. Technically, it's not. This is a scoop, so it's not really. I mean, it's a spoon-like thing. So yeah, this ladle. I made a ladle. It is a spoon thing, but for more like larger things. I don't think I have. Oh, I do. I lied. This is more of like maybe a classic spoon, you eat with. So, yeah, And then, oh, I made this thing. Do I know what this is? No, I don't. I just wanted to carve something, and I didn't really have like a proper piece of wood. I had like a stick. So here's a stick with some texture, or like stick with a little bit more structure to it. Well, I mean, sticks have pretty good structure. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, what's next? That's really what it is. It's what's next is figuring out what that journey is and just leaning into the journey and being okay with the journey instead of the outcome. That's something that I struggle with a lot. So yeah,